Hello, 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 here we are again at the Compendium of Discomfort and the best Japanese movies of 2025. This is part 2, where we actually start with the good movies and some shout-outs to other movies. It's time for here, Koji Wakamatsu. Anyway, so we will continue as we started. We will have Rolf, we have Mr. Sakamoto, and we have me. And I will start with the shoutouts. In Rolf's case, that's called the Most Wanted of 2025. In Sakamoto's case, there are 3 movies that he recommended, even though they're not in his best list. And for me, that means I have 1 short movie that I want to mention. And So let's start with Rolf's Most Wanted of 2025. Number 10, Kaiju Guy, which is actually a very cute movie by Junichiro Yagi. I watched it because it's on his list and I remembered, oh my god, that's actually on Amazon Prime here in Japan, so I can watch it. So, a good thing. It's basically about a guy who as a kid made a kaiju movie, like a monster movie, and his dream was to become a monster movie director, and then he grows up and becomes like a civil servant, and someday his boss tells him, hey, we need to make a promotion video for the city to get some more tourism and stuff, and he's like, yeah, I can direct that, because at least that's better than not making any movies, yeah? So basically he ends up doing that, and there's some issues, so he's like, okay, let's do the kaiju thing to promote the city. And it's a very cute, funny commercial about making a commercial, and it's really nice. I had a good time. It's not in my best list, but it's a really cute movie. Then we have How Dare You, Futsu no Kodomo by Mipo. I talked about it in a separate video, so I don't want to mention it here all too much. It will turn up anyway later again. It's a really cute movie about kids basically being eco-terrorists, and in the end you have some kind of courtroom situation, all these things, because things escalated a little bit too hard, and it's really nice. And a very nice movie. Not my favorite this year. I already forgot if it's even on my list, but it's very nice and very very worth watching. Then on number 8 on his list is Bring Him Down to a Portable Size by Ryota Nakano, who is the director of movies like Her Love Boils Bathwater and The Asadas, which I both watched and enjoyed, but I didn't even notice that this came out in November and it's already out of cinemas. And no idea, maybe it's very good. I would expect that. Number 7 on his list is The Scary House by Hirobumi Watanabe. I think it just played a festival or 2, and he usually struggles a lot with the releases of his movies. So I hope it's gonna be available someday, somewhere. Because I love Hirobumi Watanabe. He's a fantastic director and actor, and all his movies are a lot of fun. If you don't know him, check him out. He's amazing, even though it's sometimes a bit difficult to find. There was a release by Third Window Films of his debut movie, And the Mudship Sails Away, which is pretty good. And I'm very excited if that someday comes out. On number 6 is Love on Trial by Koji Fukuda. It should be released sometime this month. So I don't know anything, but Fukuda is always great. That's the guy who made Harmonium and Love Life, deeply disturbing movies, and they are always great. Then next one on Rolf's list is Scarlet. Yeah, I'm very sorry, Rolf. I already told you I didn't enjoy it, but as we sometimes disagree on movies, I hope you will have a lot of fun. Next on his list is Number 4, 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers. I already made a video and said it's the perfect manga adaptation. And it might show up on these videos at some point sooner or later. Then we have Seaside Serendipity by Satoko Yokohama. I wanted to watch it. It's seemingly another movie with kids, about kids, with very, very good child actors, similar to How Dare You. I just missed it in the cinema, and I will get back to it as soon as I can. And then number 2 on his list here, most wanted, is The Man Who Failed to Die. A great movie about a man who failed to die. I think I made a video about it, and it's a pretty good movie. We'll maybe get back to that today. And number 1 here is A Principal Examination by Daisako. Another movie that I completely forgot. I always saw like trailer and stuff, or like posters, and thought, oh, I want to watch that, and I completely missed it and forgot it. And another case of, oh, that's actually available on streaming, so I watched it later, and we're gonna talk about it at some other point in this video. So let's see his bronze category. That means 21 to 30. Thank you, Rolf, for just making this like format that I blatantly abuse for my video here. So I don't need to think about a way how to present it. So easy work for me. Number 30 is another movie that I wanted to watch and I missed because it's the other Mipo film of this was released in 2024. She took a long break from making movies to raise a child, and living in two worlds. Big drama, I think, about someone whose parents are deaf, I guess. And so there. The title says it all. Haven't seen it, heard a lot of good things about it. I guess it's a very nice movie. Then he has here on 29 a movie that I don't know at all. This Corpo a Corpo 2023 by Masaaki Jindo. No idea what that is. 28 we have Maru by Naoko Ogigami, a director who he always told me that I need to watch her movies. So that was actually my first Ogigami movie, and I really liked it. It's a movie about an artist who gets famous by accident by drawing drawing circles, and it's really fun. The main actor is Tsuyoshi Domoto, one of the Kinky Kids, if I'm not wrong, and it's a really nice movie about the art world and what it means to be an artist and being stuck in this like situation where you just have to repeat yourself because everything else that you do, nobody cares. Just repeat like I don't know, like a machine. I think it's a very good movie, and I'm a little bit surprised it's so low on his list, but okay. Number 27 is 11 Rebels. Here I'm a little bit surprised it's higher than Maru 2024 by Kazuya Shiraishi. I think it's on Netflix. You should be able to watch it. I forgot whether or not I made a video about it. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I did, you will probably see it here. Anyway, it's a very nice samurai movie about some dudes who committed some crime, and then the ruler says, you're gonna defend this fort, and then you might live. If not, we just killed you. So they try their best to do that. It's a fun movie. Some people say the CG is a little bit too bad. I don't really mind that. It's okayish, and there's quite a lot of violence and fighting and good stuff in there. Number 26 is Penalty Loop 2024 by Shinji Araki, a movie that I wanted to watch and I missed, and I will watch it someday. I think it's the movie that made Rolf understand my feeling about teal and orange, so yay! Someone else dislikes it a lot now. Then we have 25 Notes of an Itinerant Performer, 1941 by Hideyoshi Shimizu. And that's another one of these old classic directors who gets a lot of prizes, and it was one of the big masters, and I think I haven't seen any of his movies. I feel guilty. I will get to it eventually, someday, maybe. Like everything else I say I will get to. I'm busy with new stuff. Number 24, a movie that I'm actually surprised that's in there. It's Ghost Killer, 2024 by Kensuke Sonomura. I liked it a lot. It's the 2024 isn't really true. I mean, like released at festivals and stuff, but the actual cinema release was 2025, so it might show up later. But you know, here Akari Takaichi as a girl who gets possessed by a ghost of a killer. That's why it's called Ghost Killer. Written by Yugo Sakamoto, and a very good movie with very good action, and I enjoyed it very much. I'm just surprised that Rolf enjoyed it, because I think he doesn't like baby assassins, and this is, I think, still relatively. I mean, yeah, the characters are much more normal, but good to see that Rolf enjoyed this. I'm happy about that. Then we have 23, Wandering Home, 2010 by Yoichi Higashi. I have no idea what it is. 22, we have Girls Reform School, 1956 by Hideyoshi Shimizu. Same situation as with the other Shimizu. And 21, The Real Thing, 2020 by Koji Fukuda. I haven't watched it yet, but so far I liked all Fukuda movies a lot, and I guess it's really, really good. So let's get to Mr. Sakamoto. And he has some honorable mentions. One is Twilight of the Warrior by Soi Chang. And yeah, it's a good movie. I guess everyone who's into action movies or kung fu movies watched it. I watched it too. I thought it's good. But on the same day, I watched a much, much better movie that we will talk about later. So, yeah, I'm not 100% convinced by this one. I will probably watch it again someday and see if it's maybe a little bit better than I thought. But, I think it's good. Then we have another good movie, that's Mushi by Wataru Hiranami. And yeah, it's a fun movie. I made a video about it. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's pretty disgusting, and Sakamoto was really disgusted by it. I thought for people who like gross horror movies, it's actually a little bit on the milder side, but he was like, it's so grotesque, it's so nasty, it's so and of course it's his buddy, so of course he recommends it. But yeah, it's an enjoyable movie if you want to know more. My video. And then he recommended something weird, and that's The Romantic Killer. As you can see, based on his recommendation, I actually watched it, and we'll get to it later. Yeah. So, it's a very interesting thing. He was like, this might be the last like super kira kira movie, like super fancy, cute. Like as far as I understand, he feels like this era of kira kira movies might be over, and this could be the last time you'll be able to enjoy like super kira kira in the cinema. And yeah, he highly recommended it. And yeah, as I said, I went there and watched it, and let's see. Let's see where it's on my list. Yeah. And then he separated his list, luckily, in 3 parts. So we have a quite long bronze category, a shorter silver, and a very short gold category. So I will mention his bronze movies here. So the lowest from 10 to 6. He made a top 10, 10 to 6. And like I mentioned, he didn't really separate, like he didn't make a special list for Japanese movies. So all these movies are foreign movies. So good chance you know them. These are all titles that I heard about and I think sound interesting, sound like stuff that I would enjoy, but I didn't really have time to watch them. So number 10 for him is I, the Executioner. The Japanese title is Veteran 2, and I know I watched the original Veteran. It's a Korean action movie, which I thought was quite fun. This one is by Ryo Song-wan or something like that. And yeah, I think I saw some people online liking it. And I mean, Korean action movies can't do all that much wrong there, so I guess it's a good one. Number 9 is a movie by Adam Steen. That's Final Destination 6 Bloodlines. Oh, there are 2 directors, Zach Lipovsky too. And I don't know, I watched only one Final Destination movie that was quite funny, so I think there's some potential that it's entertaining. Then The Monkey by Oz Perkins. I think I know people who like it. No idea. Looks like a horror movie about a monkey, so why not? And number 7, A Silent Night, the John Woo one, which just came out last night. And yeah, it's John Woo, so why not? It's probably good, I guess. I know some people who like it. I know some people who don't like it all that much, but it sounds at least like an interesting idea with a guy who doesn't talk and seeks revenge. I like that kind of stuff, so I will get around to watch that sooner or later. And number 6 is The Substance by Coralie Fargeet, I guess. And yeah, he liked that a lot. He just thought the ending is a little bit too grotesque. I'm like, holy cow, you made such nasty movies when you were even younger. How can you be like, oh my god, about this? Funny. Anyway, so yeah, it's 10 to 6. So for me, I don't have many like stuff that I wanna shout out or something. I just wanna say here, Happy Cooking, a short movie by Ayane and Masayuki Ino, which is out for the crowdfunding supporters. And so I watched it, and it's a very nice, very fun short movie, and she will try to get it into film festivals and stuff, and it's really good. It will be on YouTube sooner or later, so I guess some point 2026 it will be on YouTube. You can watch her previous short movie Dark Child already. It's on there. It's very enjoyable. It's very fun. Give it a try. She's generally pretty cool in what she does. If you need more and you still haven't watched it, watch Mad Cat's a really, really wonderful action comedy movie with a lot of cats. Yo-ho, yo-ho, a different perspective just for a moment. Hello. As I said in the worst video, I was about to watch the Killer Goldfish, and I did just today. Now I just came back home, and it's completely insane. What a weird movie. It's directed by Yukihiko Tsutsumi, most famous for 2LDK, but only in the West. Actually, he's most famous for stuff like Trick or Spec that nobody knows in the West, but good stuff, really weird stuff, good comedy. And he directed a completely gaga movie about goldfish that kill people and other weirdness going on. It's a complete mess. It's completely insane. I would say it's the kind of movie that would have turned into an instant classic like 20 years ago. Like the kind of movie people want to see when they like fell in love with Japanese cinema in the early 2000s. Something in that ballpark, like quite violent, completely gaga, completely insane, almost incomprehensible. One aspect that doesn't help is that it's a part one, and nobody knows it until after the credits. Seemingly they are planning a second part. I hope they do, because it's really great and wonderful. Has a small appearance of Jiro Sato, another amazing performance, even though he just has a few minutes. Completely wonderful and great. I have no idea what I saw. I need to read the pamphlet. I wanted to show it to you, but I can't find it somewhere here in this messy room. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to throw in that I highly recommend The Killer Goldfish if it ever shows up anywhere else. I would hope that it gets shown at some more festivals, and yeah, even here in Japan, it's barely hardly playing anywhere. It's just in a very small, new, cute cinema here in Osaka, and that's a really nice place that makes delicious curry, because it's like half cafe, half one room, living room-esque cinema with great sound, even though sometimes you can hear the neighbor idle bar when the girls send off their customers. It's an interesting experience watching movies there, but it's really cool. It's really great. It's a lot of fun, and this was just the right movie to watch there. And yeah, if I have the chance, I might watch it again just to understand a little bit more. But it's like, holy cow, what a movie! Yeah, I really hope they make a number 2, and I'm happy that I don't have to put it somewhere in my 2025 ranking. It's this kind of movie like Gosh that chooses its audience, but I'm pretty sure people abroad, like I said, people who grew up watching Japanese movies like in the early 2000s, will definitely appreciate this movie and enjoy it a lot. So give it a release somewhere, put it out, give it to the people, and let them have fun with projectile goldfish drilling into human flesh. Back to the main episode. Yeah, I guess this needs to be my second honorable mention, but it's good stuff. So if it shows up, watch it. Yeah, back. Very nice. So the big bronze category for me. So we're from 30 to 21, and number 30 is again Yugo Sakamoto. This one, his direct-to-DVD Kunioka Tours. This one is the legendary Hitman Kunioka Gaiden Kunioka Tours Atami Izu Edition: The Mystery of an Ancient Assassin Civilization and the Attack of the Police Assassin. Holy cow, what a title! It's a wonderful little movie which is so low because of its like very cheap nature. It's a lot of fun. I think maybe it would be higher if I had rewatched it already, but I can't. I felt like I can't really put it much higher. Like, it's a thing for weirdos like me who really liked Sakamoto and his stuff, and especially this Kunioka series. There's some really good action. There's a weird part about like found footage, horror movie parody stuff. It's an awkward. No, awkward is the wrong word. It's a cute little silly thing to watch. It's very fun, but yeah, more for the freaks than for the general audience, even though the action is really good. Action director is Rio, who I think did the first and the one before this, and Flame Union. And he's the action director in Sakamoto's new TV show. That's We Are Bad Barbers, and actually the main actor here, Masayuki Ino, who's in Happy Cooking as well, is the co-writer of We Are Bad Barbers, and they're making a manga together as well. So yeah, it's good stuff. Now, this is of course the typical mockumentary stuff with a lot of silliness, and yeah, our favorite assassin on some weird mission here to find a assassin treasure thing, and there's a police assassin. It's a fun movie. It's set after Flame Union, so story-wise, this is the newest one. I think it got released on the same day as Flame Union, but yeah, good stuff. I love me some Kunioka. It's really good. Wonderful movie. I must rewatch the whole series sooner or later. Number 29. I don't have anything I can show you, so here's probably some poster. That's Demon City, that Netflix revenge movie, which is a little bit like from the base of the premise, similar to this Silent Night. Like, we have this guy whose family gets killed, and then he wants revenge, and he's like this demonic creature taking revenge, and most people didn't like it so much. I had a lot of fun. It's by the director of The Man Who Failed to Die and Melancholic, and those are not actually action movies, so it was interesting to see what this would be like, and I think it was a lot of fun. Yes, it's Seiji Tanaka, and yeah, I felt like it's just a good time, a good enjoyable action movie. So yeah, wonderful. We have The Escape by probably one of the two oldest active directors Japan has to offer. So it's Masao Adachi, and we have Kanji Furutachi and Raido Sugita as the protagonists. That's Satoshi Kirishima, the guy who did some bombing attacks and then was on the run from the 70s until 2024. So a real story. And I told you in the last video, one of the more disappointing movies of the year, the I Am Kirishima, is the same story, but here it's much more interesting. I think Adachi is now like 85 or 86 or something like that, and he still makes more interesting, crazier, more ambitious movies than a lot of younger directors, even though he doesn't have any budget. And yeah, this one is pretty cool, pretty great. I would like to watch it again. This sometimes came up to my mind. I always remember the scene where they switch the actors from the young guy to the old guy, and they just meet the young one. It's like, I'm so tired, and they're all like, I'm gonna take over. Such a cool scene. And yeah, this one seems like there's someone who really, really, really wants to tell the story and who has some connection to the story. So it's a very good movie and very fun. But yeah, I think it's much better than the other one. So too bad. The other one should have been faster. So we get a positive like progression from the good but not great and not very memorable movie to the much better, very memorable movie. So next one is one of the big action highlights this year. The Tatsujin Warriors. I'm happy some people found out about it. And it's a movie by Koichi Sakamoto. What else do we need to say? I mean, I did a video about it. It's a very, like, tokusatsu adjacent movie that's not really tokusatsu, even though there's some tokusatsu in the story. Like, there's this guy who does tokusatsu, like superhero shows, and gets in some trouble, and a woman needs some help, and yeah, then there are like 1 million martial artists, like all real life YouTubers and real life martial artists, and you get a lot of really, really good, great, fun action. It's a really nice movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It has its flaws. Some scenes look very much like home video, and yeah, the tonality is probably not for everyone. It's like the tone is very, very, very much like Kamen Rider or stuff like that. I like that, but yeah, it's a movie that's for adults that feels like a movie for kids, even though these kids shows are mostly watched by adults or something like that. So it's very confusing, very nice. But yeah, I love Sakamoto, and I think this is probably the one where he enjoyed pretty much the most freedom to just do what he wants to do. I'm quite happy that he seems to be away from his horny period. A lot of his earlier movies are very, very horny. I don't know if it's his wish or the producer said, oh, to make it more sellable, put in some sexy ladies. I don't know. Here it's really nice, like the main actress in the story is not all that young. It's a mother, and she's pretty badass and kicks quite some ass. So yeah, it's a really good, fun movie that should have gotten some more budget, but it's still very nice, very good. And yeah, next one on my list, we're getting to one of Rolf's most anticipated movies. Yeah, because I mentioned before, we have the Principal Examination by Dai Sako. And about this one we will talk a little bit more, because I haven't talked about it yet. Dai Sako is the director about A Drive into Night, which is a pretty fun, good movie. Watched it 2022 in the cinema, enjoyed it quite a lot. It was later on some streaming stuff. I watched it again and I enjoyed it a little bit less, but still, he made this new movie. The Japanese title is Nakayama Kyoto no Jinsei Testo. So, Vice Principal Nakayama's life test, basically. And this title expresses pretty much what this movie is about. We have the vice principal of the school, that's played by Kiyohiko Shibukawa. And if you don't know Kiyohiko Shibukawa, have you watched any Japanese movies and everything that was made in, I don't know, the last 25 years or so? We have, who else do we have? We have Shu Watanabe, who was, for example, in the Attack on Titan live-action movies. We have Tsutomu Takahashi, who was in A Crow Zero 2 or The Third Murder. Some other cool people. Anyway, so this vice principal studies very hard to become a real principal. And the problem is he's so busy fixing everything in the school. Like, it seems the vice principal is basically responsible for everything. Doesn't have any teaching to do, but yeah, it's just overwhelmed by the sheer amount of work that comes up. And he's a guy who tries very hard to fulfill his obligations, but is sometimes a little bit forgetful, or he takes notes about everything, but then somehow he forgot that he took a note and he just asks again and stuff. Oh yeah, just so much work and he can't really remember, and studying for an exam because he wants to be, like, he needs a license to become a principal. It's then quite problematic and difficult, and he's like a single father trying to raise a kid who's not his biggest fan. And so like that, the movie plays out in a way where he suddenly has to do some teaching again because another teacher who is very, very strict and very extreme when it comes to following rules, gets in some trouble with his students. Our Mr. Nakayama, on the other hand, the vice principal, he's more of the each issue or each student needs to be approached on their terms, and bad isn't always bad, and you can't just condemn people. He tries to solve issues in the most reasonable and best way because he really tries to understand the issue and tries to understand what happened, and doesn't just say this is bad, this is wrong, so we need to get rid of this. So that's the whole premise of the movie, and it's wonderful. It's great. The conclusion it gets to is as ambivalent as the protagonist, and Shibukawa just plays this extremely well, and it's a wonderful movie. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes it can be quite funny in some moments. It's really good. So, too bad I missed it in the cinema. I mean, it's not the movie that you need to see on a big screen. I just feel like in the cinema I'm way more focused on the movie that I'm watching, and at home sometimes I'm like, pause, go shopping, do this, continue watching, and maybe that didn't help, but it's a really good movie, especially like his performance and this very, like, not black and white look on the world, and especially this character in this job who usually never gets mentioned in any school movie. So it kind of feels fresh and interesting and quite profound and deep. So it's really nice. So Rolf, there's something good coming for you. Next one on the list, Mobile Suit Gundam G-Crux The Beginning, which is quite a weird thing that happened. So I really liked last year's Gundam series here, Witch of Mercury, so I was very enthusiastic watching this. Then they put the first few episodes as a movie into the cinema. I watched it several times because you get stuff. And the whole way it starts is so great, so amazing, so wonderful. I don't want to spoil it, but they flipped it around for the TV version, which makes sense, because then you get introduced to the show by the actual protagonists and not by the other stuff that happens and that comes later. It works, I guess, for the show, but is not at all as impactful as the movie version. So that's so much better in the movie, and I enjoyed it very much, even though I watched it a few times. And I think it at that time I felt like, oh, this could be a really amazing Gundam show. And since it's the actual show started, I watched like one episode after the movie and didn't really continue any more. I really want to watch it, but it makes me really feel bad that I was so high on the movie and then I didn't continue the show. Same with City, the animation. I really loved what I watched, and then I just didn't continue watching. This year I hardly watched any shows, just like the last month or so when I reactivated my Netflix account. I binge watched a lot. So yeah, I should get around to watch this one, and yeah, I feel bad about not watching the show. But yeah, the movie version is much, much better than the TV opening, and it's a shame they didn't keep that, but yeah, like I said, it makes sense to switch it around for the TV show. But yeah, anyway, next one is another movie that I made a video about. That's Heroes Island. Completely disappeared from the public, I guess. I don't know if anyone, I don't know how popular it was. I don't know how well it did. Probably not all that well, and it's a shame. Like I said in the video, it might be the more interesting movie than Kokuho. It's a similar thing. It's a big, like, historic period piece. This is even longer, 191 minutes. And you have a long story about Okinawa and just this, like, Okinawa history flair. The way it's presented is great. You get some, not much, but some good action. You get a nice crime plot. You have like 3 movies in one. You have basically this Robin Hood character that disappears on some kind of mission, and then like the people he leaves behind struggle. There's like his girlfriend, I think, and then like she becomes a teacher to help the youth and the people on the island. And then you have the guy who becomes a cop and the guy who gets on the little bit wrong side of the law, and then they all are looking for this lost person. And I really feel like I want to rewatch it. It was a big like, wow, what's going on here? It might turn out to not be all that amazing, but while watching it, I felt like, oh my god, I want to watch this again. It's really good. It's a movie by Keiichi Otomo, the director of the Rurouni Kenshin movies. And yeah, I think this has long time potential to be a good rewatch as well. So yeah, just the whole presentation, like the like visual style is pretty cool. And yeah, I think this is very worth revisiting. So maybe good. Another thing that's very worth revisiting, I didn't make a video about this because I was too wow, is Taroman Expo Explosion by Ryo Fuji. There's actually a series about Taroman. I watched a little bit of it. I haven't finished it, but it's hilarious. It's wonderful. It's basically based on Taro Okamoto, a famous artist, and he made some like the Tower of the Sun for the expo back in the day, and they basically took this whole design stuff, like the face here. Let's see, this is like basically the face on the Tower of the Sun. Oh, here's some old school beer commercial, and it's all like this crazy art style, and it's hilarious. It's wonderful. It's basically a parody of all these like old superhero shows like Ultraman, and they have to time travel to the year Showa. I forgot, even though Showa is long over, but they didn't know at that time, like set in the 70s originally, when the last Osaka Expo happened. And they basically have to come to the year 2025 when the next expo happens to stop evil stuff. And it's hilarious. It's wonderful. It's so well made. There are so many crazy ideas. I think the only reason why it's not higher on my list is that I couldn't really rewatch it and I was too what's going on here. I think this will actually grow over time and become even better. I guess this could be a huge cult classic. Lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but to say like really good things about it, good and well-informed things, I would have to rewatch it. It's even playing in some cinemas now. Good stuff. Wonderful. Number 22, got a video some time ago. River Returns, the movie with the guy with the sexy body. River Returns is a wonderful little adventure movie by Masakazu Kaneko. I talked about his older movie Albino's Trees quite some time ago. I think nobody watched that video. It's a very good movie, and this one is very good too. It's basically a story that's been told to a little boy in 1958, and after the story is over, he has to go on some adventure, and suddenly reality and story somehow get together. And it's a very beautiful movie. It's very like artistic just in the way it looks. It's not very difficult to understand, and I think I said in that last video, it's kind of a movie that I think should be shown to kids. It's a movie I think children can enjoy very much. A little bit more adventure would have been great, but it's very beautiful. It's very gorgeous. The cast is great. We have here an actress that's Asuka Hanamura, who I just saw today in the Netflix City Hunter, and I just want to mention that I really liked the Netflix City Hunter. Maybe I will get around talking about that one as well at some point, but it's this one is really nice. Like this story in the story element and how it's presented by this guy who tells stories through a box with like cardboard images in there, and then he pulls it out and suddenly the camera goes through into this other world. It's just gorgeous, beautiful, and wonderful. You should really give it a chance if you can. Mr. Kaneko is a wonderful director, and I think he's already making his next movie. I think I saw something online. Who knows? Let's get to number 21. Another movie that I at least mentioned at some point in a video is this one, Unreachable, which I can't really say all that much about, because massive spoilers, and it's difficult to talk about the movie without spoiling the whole thing. It's a story about three sisters living together, somehow having to get over not seeing their mother, and something in their childhood happened, some dark secret, and yeah, just a wonderful little drama, especially the main cast, Suzuhiro Hana Sugisaki and Kaya Kiyohara are just wonderful. There's some things that seem a little bit weird when you watch it, but actually it all makes sense. So even the weirdness, like, oh yeah, cool. They didn't make that do that by accident. It makes sense. Wonderful. Yeah, I really liked that, and it's one of the movies that when I watched it, it wasn't all that impressive, but it somehow stuck in my brain, and I feel like, oh yeah, someday I want to get back to that, and that's a good sign. And that's it for our bronze category. I thought this would be a fairly short video, but it became quite big, so I see you next time when we get to silver, and I think the best actors of the year. Yeah, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.